Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to the vlog. I hope this start of your day is incredible. You know what? We're gonna start our day with this. That's right, a beautiful ball python on a beautiful clutch of eggs. I mean, oh my gosh, I love this time of year and it's so exciting. What an absolutely beautiful snake with what looks like a beautiful clutch of eggs. Let's go ahead, set an egg box up. Before we pull that clutch of eggs, I wanted to show you the male like I've been trying to do. This is actually a pewter bee lesser bongo. So it's a pastel, it's a spider, it's a cinnamon, it's a lesser, and it's a bongo. That's a lot of genes and a lot of beautiful genes. And of course, we're mixing it with a pastel female. So we could get super pastels of any of that combination. So let's go ahead, see how many eggs this girl has. All right, mama, ready? Oh my gosh, she's a pretty animal too. And even though it's just a single gene pastel, mixing it into a bunch of different morphs can really make a powerhouse of an animal. Sometimes people discount single gene animals a little more than they probably should. Oh, look at this. This is what I would call an extreme blue bag. Not sure if that one would hatch or not because there's only a little bit here, but there's always a chance. What happens when you do have an egg like this is that they'll usually hatch out super, super tiny. Oh, and this female is fired up. Come on, girl, don't bite me, don't bite me. It's okay, baby, it's all right. Come on, we're just gonna take your eggs. I'm sorry. This will be better for you in the long run, I promise you, because we'll get her cleaned up, we'll get her all situated, and then we'll of course get these eggs in this nest box, and then by next week, hopefully this girl will be back onto food. Come on, mama, you're good, mama. You did really good. So, okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna have to separate this one egg out right here, just because it's actually attached. Now, if you can get to these eggs soon enough, they actually peel off pretty easily. Once they actually totally adhere after 10 or 12 hours, you have a tendency of having a chance of ripping an egg, so we always want to get to them as soon as we can. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 really good ones and 1 extreme boob egg, so at least 7 good eggs, maybe an 8 good egg. I definitely wouldn't call that a slug, I would just call that an extreme boob egg. So mama, you did absolutely incredible, and again, the combinations of these eggs are unbelievable. We'll get this in the incubator and we'll go ahead and wait 57 days until we can cut this clutch and see what's inside. Now I want to keep teaching you guys a little bit about breeding. Again, a lot of people get concerned about lack of copulations or locks, right? This girl was only locked 1 confirmed time, and that was January 20th. That's it. That's the only one breeding we ever saw doing. Now, that doesn't mean that there wasn't something that we missed, but we keep a pretty good eye on them. My point is, sometimes 1 breeding is enough. So if you're breeding ball pythons, or any snake for that matter, and you only have 1 breeding, don't get too stressed out, because it can certainly be enough. Look at that, was a beautiful clutch of eggs with only 1 breeding. We're gonna try to do a little experiment here, right? So Bruce came to me and he said he was doing a little research about the quantity of food that monitors should have, or branids.
Right.
And you said that about 6 to 8% of their body weight.
Depending on time of year, typically,
right.
I was reading between 8 to 10% on the summertime, because obviously it's hotter, and then obviously on the winter time it's less, 6% typically.
Gotcha. So as of now, we just kind of feed things until they stop feeding, but if we can start weighing, we can have a more appropriate size food. So we're gonna start with Beetlejuice here, but it's a little bit hard because we're, again, socializing Beetlejuice, so we don't want to stress it out too much. So we're going to try to get it on...
We're going to get on Jessica first.
Jessica first, and then hopefully we can get it over here to the scale and get a weight. Then we can start actually judging about how much food we should actually give it. So let's just give it a go and see what happens. So the easy part is, again, we're going to entice him with food, and you can see right now even, he's immediately like, oh, I know Jessica, and I know that means food's coming, and he's already coming down right here. And he's coming right over to his seat. He's coming right over there because he's so smart. He understands. He's starting to see it, and now look at, he comes right out, but he's going to kind of come back. We're going to get him over here. Come on. Come on, monkey.
All right, so I'm going to try a different tactic here, Jessica. So what I want you to do...
He gets on you pretty good. Do you want me to
then I want you to use that, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually trying to get my hand under him.
Let's see, we're just slowly kind of getting him going and stuff like that. The hard part is here is that we want to keep him not afraid of us. So it's this slow dance that we have to do. And now that we have him out, now he's out, we can maybe entice him onto the actual bend here. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
A lot of peace there.
Come on. There you go. You're okay. You're okay, buddy. You're all right. It's a slow thing. There we go.
There you go.
There he goes.
There you go.
And so what we have here It's kind of hard to get an actual thing. We're gonna go ahead and just get him back in now.
Okay. Yep,
Slowly get him back in. There he goes. And it wasn't a completely accurate thing, but about 400 grams, roughly. So just really quick calculation means that we're looking at, what, about 35 grams of food, right in that range?
Actually sounds about right, too.
Yeah,
Because
so
if we're also factoring in like whole prey items, essentially bone matter, things like that, essentially we're looking around that same amount.
yeah. So about 35 grams of food. So let's go ahead and again, we're going to vary it from like pinkies to fuzzies to other type of, like Bruce said, bone matter to steak to chicken, fish, whatever the case may be. So we're going to go ahead and just give you an idea what 35 grams of food actually looks like. So I've got some frozen thawed fuzzies right now. Now, first off, we don't like to feed our monitors rodents a lot. You know, it's a supplement thing, right? So we want to feed beef, we want to feed chicken, we want to feed fish, maybe eggs, all kinds of different stuff. But every now and then, rodents, maybe every fourth or fifth meal, something on that lines. We want to go about 35 grams of food with beetle juice per week, but we're going to feed them about 3 times a week. So we want roughly about 15 grams, 12 to 15 grams in this particular meal. So we'll just go ahead, plop these guys on here till we get about 15 grams. That's 17 grams right there. So it looks like we're going to have about 2 fuzzies worth of meal about 3 times a week. Again, we're going to sometimes do beef, fish, you know, all kinds of different stuff. But for now, this will be the perfect meal for him.
Beetlejuice.
And now again, it's just that kind of reward for Beetlejuice, so he has that positive thread in his mind when we're done with him after going through the weighing and stuff like that. So come on, Beetlejuice. And again, you can see Beetlejuice right on it. Absolutely right on it. Didn't take him long to forget that last experience, that's for sure. And again, right back up here. He's right back up again. There he goes, Beetlejuice. There it is. Look at that. How awesome is that? What an amazing animal. That is so cool.
Downed it.
Isn't that awesome? Again, now we'll just see what he does here. He's just hanging out, sniffing around and stuff like that, being a good boy. These are those little threads that we're building, so hopefully eventually he can just come out and we want him to look at us like we're his friend, right? So that's pretty awesome, and that's the perfect meal for him. Now that we have that kind of scientific formulation, we have a pretty good idea that we're not going to overfeed him, which can give him fatty liver disease and all kinds of stuff, but we're not going to underfeed him, so that's perfect. So good job, guys. That went perfect.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
Good job, guys. Remember yesterday when Lori and I actually checked and there were a couple Brooks Kings laying? Well, we're going to go ahead and pull them off their eggs. This is actually an albino jelly Brooks right here. Absolutely stunning Brooks King snakes. And Brooks King snakes are cool. They're kind of a bigger king snake, obviously from Florida, and they are just absolutely, oh my gosh, they are amazing. And look at that clutch of eggs. Whoo-hoo, doggy, that's nice. Let's go ahead and just get these guys out of here, and we'll put them in the vermiculite. Come on, little monkeys. Oh, we'll get these over here. These up here. Now, let's see. She had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And that was albino jelly to albino jelly. So they should all be albino jelly, Brooks. But that is absolutely incredible. 12 eggs. Now, they hatch pretty quick. Most colubrids go about 60, 62 days. These guys typically hatch in about 50 or 52 days. So that's good. I mean, again, Lori's been killing it with production so far. So let's go ahead and pull that other Brooks clutch. And then the other Brooks King that actually finished laying, of course, is this beautiful anery girl. I mean, just look at how gorgeous this is. That is one pretty snake there. I remember when we had the very first anery Brooks Kings, and I loved them to death. The truth is, back then the fertility was really bad, and that happens with new mutations sometimes. It takes a couple generations to get new blood in because they say all recessives concentrate, so you're recessing a phenotype or that color phase, but you're also having some other health issues, right, with the eggs. So a lot of fertility issues in the beginning, but now you can see they're absolutely beautiful. That is one gorgeous clutch of eggs right there. And this is actually just bred to another anery Brooks. So all these babies should be aneries, and they are possibly heifer white-sided, but we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 good eggs. So 11 good eggs. And actually, I think there's actually one more king snake clutch for the day, so we're starting to heat up here. And then this one is a super egg-sighting one, if you get the pun there. Regardless, this is actually a lavender California king snake that's het for snow, and it's actually bred to a lavender snow male. And it's actually this male right here, which is basically an all-purple snake. So all of the babies in this clutch are going to be lavender like her, but half the babies are going to be lavender patternless, which are solid purple snakes. Absolutely wonderful. So let's just go ahead. Looks like Mama just finished up. These eggs are as fresh as could be right here. So we'll put these over here. There's 2, 4, 6, 7 eggs. Mama, you did such a good job. We just always like to check our females just to make sure that they're all out of eggs and all that other stuff, and it looks like from a health standpoint they look good. We'll get some water in with her and get her all cleaned up and ready to go. So that's amazing. So there you go, 3 colubrid clutches today. Things are heating up. This is going to be pretty interesting, to be honest with you, because I'm not really sure how much Elvis weighs. I have no idea how much he weighs. Once he comes out and kind of comes out, Bruce will get a chance to step up with him. Bruce will hold him. We've already zeroed out Bruce's weight on here. Then we'll get an idea. My guess is about maybe 20, 25 pounds, but I could be completely off. I have no idea.
I think 20. I think on the lower end of 20.
It might be, yeah. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. So this will give us a little bit better chance. And again, we're talking somewhere between that 5 and 10% body weight feeding wise. Let's step up and see what we got. All right, so Bruce is going to step on here and we're going to see what the weight is. Actually 26 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting. He's bigger. He's actually bigger than I thought, because usually I overestimate. I'll be like, oh, he's like 50 pounds. So I was really thinking like 20 or less, to be totally honest with you. But 26 pounds. So that's absolutely pretty cool. So again, if you kind of extrapolate that out, we're in about 1.33 pounds. That's once a week, right? So we're going to actually feed him probably 3 to 4 times a week. So every time we're going to feed him somewhere about 1/3 pound, coming up on 1/2 pound, something like that. So that gives us a better idea of how much we should feed, so we can keep these guys at their ultimate health. We do have a spotted python that laid eggs right here. I'm just going to slowly pull her out, set her right here, and we can see we have a couple eggs that are outside her body here. She's wrapped around a beautiful clutch right here, but you can see these eggs here, and if you notice, those eggs are pretty dimpled up, which means she probably laid them like late last night and they're kind of drying out. I'm going to show you a little trick of what I'm going to do, because we want to try to rehydrate those eggs if at all possible. So I'm going to set those guys in here like this. We'll just set all 4 of these eggs right near each other, because we want them to be as near as possible. This one looks kind of bad. See that little sweating right there? That's usually a bad sign. Once they start to sweat, oftentimes that means the embryo has died. Not a good situation, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and get Mama out. She looks like she's got a beautiful clutch of eggs, other than the ones that she laid outside her thing. Whoa, where you go, Mama? There's one little slugger in there for sure. Oh, now we're in trouble. We have the eggs go all over the place, so now we have to candle them. No big deal. These ones are good. These ones right here, we'll go ahead and candle these eggs just to make sure that they're good. All the eggs look a little bit dimpled. Shouldn't be a problem. These should pop out, no problem. These ones are a little bit dehydrated for sure. So let's go ahead and get Mama back in here. We'll get her cleaned up. Of course, she has one little slugger here, and she had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 eggs. 13 eggs from a spotted python. Not bad at all. As a matter of fact, I think that's the first spotted python clutch of the year. We had Stimson's pythons, we had children's pythons, but the first time we've had spotted pythons this year. We'll get her in and I'll show you the trick of how we can hopefully save these eggs. So I just have a little bit of sphagnum moss. This is damp. It's not wet, because if you put something wet on eggs, oftentimes the eggs will go bad. So we just want to put a little bit of damp sphagnum moss, just like that, on top of them. And while we're at it, we'll just go ahead and just put a little bit on these eggs too, because they're a little bit dehydrated. And of course, that's going to raise the humidity in the actual egg box itself. I'm going to check on these eggs every day, because as they start to plump up, if they get too plump, they can actually drown. So we don't want to do that. Now, there's different ways of doing this. I mean, you can use like paper towel on some eggs, but I've noticed with thin eggs like children's and spotted pythons, if you use paper towel, usually you drown the egg. When I use damp sphagnum moss, seems to be the best thing. So I'll keep you updated on how this clutch is, but not bad. Hopefully we'll get some more tomorrow.
Well, number 1 on my list today is to fix what Brian has destroyed. Story of my life. So all the different areas he cut up and stuff in here, now I have to go back and caulk and dust. So yeah. Well, I think I got it all fixed. Only time will tell. Hopefully he does not destroy it again, but again, only time will tell.
Now that we're getting all these eggs, if you guys are looking for your baby snake fix, you can actually check this playlist right out here. That's all the baby snakes that hatched last year. You can also listen to my podcast if you don't mind, called Checking In. You can check that out and subscribe right over there. On this side, you can actually subscribe to this vlog channel, turn your post notifications on if you don't mind. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you guys tomorrow.